Heartburn?
No, gurgles.
Gurgles. Oh, I can feel a gurgle.
Yeah, you see, we
Oh.
moved recordings back to Tuesday.
And the gurgles hit.
As of, at least the last few months, Tuesday has been spaghetti night.
And you get gurgles on the spaghetti night, and I think I get gurgles on spaghetti night too. Yeah.
So I guess we're stuck here now.
We are.
Yeah.
Colin had a problem and a microphone to spare. Thomas took it up and so the podcast went to air. For weeks and months they trolled through every single DVD. They've unwrapped all the ones they can and now they're cellulose free. Now they're cellulose free.
Hello, dear listener, and welcome to Cellulose Free. My name is Colin, and with me, as always, is my fellow film watcher, compadre and gurgly son, Thomas.
Hi, hello.
What have you been up to?
Writing and making charts.
Good.
Yeah.
Right.
Not been a particularly exciting week. I got 2 walks in,
Good.
but that was about it.
That's some exercise. I got some walks in.
Yeah?
Oh, but we're not talking about me yet.
No.
We're still on you.
We can talk about you if you want.
Why? It's been that exciting a week, has it?
Yeah. Well, I say writing and making charts, but honestly I've been less productive on that front than I'd like. But that's all because of choices that I've made, so...
I was listening to a podcast this week that says you need to chop it up into bite-sized pieces and then chew on it.
I have the bite-sized pieces.
Just chew. Chew. Yeah. Good.
Hey, sitting down and watching a film for an hour and a half is probably not going to help productivity, but here we are.
Yet here we are, indeed.
You?
Me, I've been on a number of walks too, and that has been productive. It's cleared the head a little bit, and I even managed to capture some frogs.
Wow.
Audio-wise. There is an app in Australia called Frog ID that allows you to, if you happen to hear a frog, record it, and it records your GPS location as well, and it goes into a big database so that they can track these frogs. And a number of specialists actually listen to your audio recording to identify what type of frog it was. So, yeah, I happened to be in a spot on one of my walks that I suddenly heard frog noises, and they have been identified as, drumroll please, common eastern froglets. So there we go. And they sound like this.
Of course, now you're going to have to do a bunch of extra work to edit that in properly, aren't you?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
So they're found throughout southeast Australia, except for western New South Wales, but including eastern South Australia and Tasmania, the eastern half of New South Wales, ACT, and southeast Queensland. They grow to about 3 centimetres long.
Right.
I didn't see any of them.
Right.
And if you ever approach the frog noises, you can't get terribly close before all the frog noises stop. But it was cool. I did have an opportunity at the beginning of the walk. This was near the end of the walk that I heard these frogs. But there was a whole bunch at the beginning of the walk on the other side of the big hill that I walked over the top of. And I got my phone out ready to record, but a man and his son on a bicycle sort of wandered by, and of course their noise made the frogs stop. So I'll have to go back. But it was the same type of frogs, but these scientists like to know where all of these frogs are and regular updates, things like that. So that was cool. The other thing that was cool was I had an ECG today.
Right.
Or an EKG, depending on where in the world you live, depending on whether you take the German name for it. And that came out all good as far as what the blood bank would like to hear. So hopefully my general practitioner, my doctor, has sent off the email to Lifeblood Australia, and they are reviewing it and should get back in contact with me between 2 to 4 weeks and say yay or nay as to whether I can donate again. And I think the yays have it as far as what the GP wrote and the little graphs said. So I'm quite excited about that. I want to get back in the chair and have my vital essences drained.
Oh, in the week that has gone by, we do now have a joint standing committee on electoral matters, but Parliament only sits a couple of weeks at a time, and so the federal election has not been able to be referred to said committee yet.
Right.
So, yeah, that's what I'm writing and charting about.
Yep. So we just wait.
Yeah.
It's all a waiting game, both nationally and state-wise. The state governor has signed off all the names of those who have been elected.
Yep.
But we still don't have a government. I have heard the argument that we have a premier until we don't.
Yes, that is correct.
So that phrase is being bandied about quite a bit as other parties are desperately trying to form government themselves. So it's all fun and games. Who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah, very, very difficult to say when Mr. Winter needs the Greens but refuses to do any deals with the Greens.
Except when he said that he might, Everything's on the table except that it's not. Who knows?
Preaching collaboration on one hand, while on the other hand...
It just doesn't make any sense. Talk about shooting yourself madly in both feet. Anyway.
And meanwhile, DeFalco, the new Shooters, Fishers and Farmers MP, boldly stating his gun law reform plans.
Yes.
And it's like, well, nobody's going to work with you if you're insisting on that.
No, they will do without him.
Yeah.
He will certainly be on the outer there, I think. Anyway.
Yeah.
I think we have a film to watch.
We do.
What are we watching today?
We are watching the English language French film Taken.
It's a French film, is it?
Yes.
Who directed it?
It is directed by Pierre Morel, written by Luc Besson.
That's right. I'd forgotten about that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I asked who directed it, because I suddenly thought, hang on. But it was...
And also produced by Luc Besson. Which is why it has a different distributor in France.
Got you. Yep, and why it's actually set in France. Well, actually, that's not necessarily anything to do with it. I suspect there will be large swathes of real France in here as opposed to Canadian France. I don't... Please, tell our dear listener what Taken is all about.
A former government operative comes out of retirement and uses all his extensive training to rescue his estranged daughter from a slave trade operation.
He has a particular set of skills, does he? That is the reason why we're watching it. What is the classification, by the way?
MA 15+.
Right. I suspect there'll be a bit of brutality in it. So, that's where we're going to watch. We're going to be watching it not on French Netflix, but on English Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Because Fox own the rights.
Fox had the rights everywhere except France.
Right. So if you want to watch it before you listen to the rest of the podcast, please hit pause now and subscribe to Disney Plus. No. This podcast is not sponsored in any way by Disney Plus.
Other streaming services are available.
Okay. So we're going to watch it and we're going to come back and talk about it. So we shall catch you on the flip side.
Turn to side B.
Or in French...
I'm going to make me look it up, aren't you?
I am, because I'm a mongrel.
Yeah. Tournez-vous vers les côtes B? Côté? There's a little accent over the E, so côté?
Yeah, but how do you pronounce B?
That's a great question.
Yeah, isn't that what we were determining?
Tournez-vous vers le côté B.
B. Well, there we go. Yeah, okay. You're a mongrel. So what did you think?
It's okay. Sort of a very, very generic action thriller.
Yeah, in a lot of ways it felt very much like an action thriller from the 80s. There was a number that were running through my head that this genre, in a lot of ways, has not changed much
No.
since then. And including the completely implausible bits that I was right and really quite satisfied until he got to the big work site.
Mm-hmm.
And then the action sequence, the wobble cam, quick edit, not really knowing what's going on type of deal, car chase in the work site. And then it, for me, very much went downhill with complete implausibilities and...
We're supposed to root for this guy, and great, finds and saves his daughter, but causes a bunch of unlicensed property damage and death along the way.
There is a whole heap of carnage.
Yeah.
And yet he manages to catch the next plane out of France somehow.
He shoots a corrupt cop's wife, and that means he gets to get away with everything.
I guess so. Even though, I mean, in between that catching the plane and the corrupt wife, there was a whole heap of stormtrooper type shooting activity going on where everything misses him, but he manages to get really accurate shots until you have the boss level where suddenly there is somebody who seems somewhat invincible until he
cuts him once.
Yeah, as Daniel said, he had quite some plot shield on him, which extended to superhuman running speed as well, as he ran through the streets and catching up with a speeding car, or almost catching up.
Yeah.
I don't know. But and okay, so basically there's no one left alive on that boat.
Yeah.
Who's running the thing? Or is it just floating down the...
He never went in the bridge, did he?
The Seine... Sorry?
Never went on the bridge, did he?
Well, true. So you're assuming that the captain's got or whoever's running the ship has got his headphones on and is just merrily doing the old Steamboat Willie steering of the ship whilst all this carnage is going on around him.
No, I wouldn't want to leave the bridge on the Seine.
No, true. Okay. I'm a bit flummoxed, I must confess. I was certainly pleased with hearing the famous lines and that was the film, and he accomplished what he planned to do with his skill set, and
which was shooting and punching people, and
shooting and
sometimes stabbing them with nails and electrocuting them through those nails.
Yeah, and developing a gravity well underneath him so that he can pull an attachment from the ceiling. And yeah, anyway, let's put it this way. At the end of the film, after the credits had rolled, it automatically came up with,
The next film.
next film, cleverly titled Taken 2,
Yeah.
and
Hold on. Let me pull up that tag.
yeah, yes,
That quote-unquote tagline.
yes, please.
Taken 2. Taken 2, with even more explosive action and thrilling suspense. That's the one short sentence that Disney Plus gives.
Yeah, I must confess, not that tells you much, but it did not make me want to. Right, we've got to watch that next. And Raven said, "What? There's more." And
Well, yeah, what about Taken 3?
Yes.
Brian Mills must rely on his particular set of skills one last time.
good.
Yeah, well, yeah, it turns out that this film made oodles of money. And
Let's make oodles more.
And they did.
So let's just beat this dead horse with really quick edit shots so that you can't quite tell what's going on with this fight, and shake the camera a bit.
These films cost a couple of tens of millions of dollars to make, and they made hundreds of millions of dollars back, so...
And most of that probably went to Liam Neeson,
Yeah.
because I don't know where... yeah. Okay, colour me unimpressed.
Mm.
And I don't think I went into there expecting to be impressed, so I guess I shouldn't be disappointed. But yeah, that was really average. I've seen TV movies that were actually acted better and actioned better and filmed better and produced better. Yeah, that was average.
Yeah.
That was really average. Meh. Mm. Do you have anything else you wish to add?
No,
No.
that sums it up.
Okay. I wasn't taken by it. I think on that note, we shall move on.
The following segment has no title. Thank you.
And we will start over on Discord with Entuosferatu.
Hi, Entuosferatu.
Glad you are back. I've never seen Fargo, I really should. I never understood the Superman phone booth change. It's a glass box, how's it hiding anything? And then Captain Spam, who I'm not sure listens to the podcast, but, you know, it's a public Discord, people say things. I'm reasonably sure the phone booth change thing had more of a societal aspect to it, in that nobody ever paid attention to someone using a phone booth unless they were explicitly waiting to use it themselves. After all, why would you be staring at an occupied phone booth if you didn't have business there?
Well, true.
It just faded into the background, an ignorable part of big city life back then.
Didn't Douglas Adams have a phrase for that, where he'd hide things with a...
Oh, the somebody else's problem field.
Yes. Yeah.
It was really more about entirely unexpected things.
True.
You know, like an entire Italian bistro next to Lord's.
Yeah. Yeah. But, I mean, it would be totally unexpected watching a man in a suit step into a glass phone booth and somebody instantly pops back out
Well,
in a red and blue superhero suit. So.
Well, Captain Spam continues, the fact that Clark can change so quickly removes the issue of anyone waiting for the booth. The people ignore a nobody walking into the booth. Then Superman pops out. They may notice that part, but another dude in a hat walks into a phone booth?
True. Yeah. Okay.
Fortunately, now all Clark has to do is jump into his smartphone, so that solves that problem.
I hadn't realised that smartphones had yet more features than I was aware of. Cool.
Jumping back to Entuosferatu, he says, I need to re-watch the dueling Liam Neeson's prompt from Make Some Noise for next week.
Yes. There are some links in the show notes.
To multiple videos along the lines of, what if two Liam Neesons? Somewhat more comedic bent.
Yes.
Intentionally comedic bent. Over on Facebook, Helen.
Hi, Helen.
Glad you're back, not least to get an update on the election results. I'm surprised Jeremy and Dean haven't decided to talk with each other to form a coalition, but I guess they'd never be able to agree on a premier. The real problem with grand coalitions, dear listener, is that it hurts the smaller party, because the bigger party can just blame anything that goes wrong on the smaller party.
Yeah.
And then you're back with the bigger party for probably a majority again.
Yep. Mind you, I remember an episode of The Goodies where I think that two leaders shared leadership.
Right.
And can't remember whether they took turns, like 1 week on, 1 week off. But yeah, anyway.
Anyway, the episode gave added impetus to get out and do a 43-minute walk, and to add an extra movie to the list that is below my I'd really like to watch this movie, but I'm really not likely to get around to it list.
I do apologise, Helen, that I don't think you're going to get 43 minutes out of this one.
No. We move on to YouTube, where we find Dunkel.
Hi, Dunkel.
Who says welcome back.
Thank you.
And M.
Hi, M.
Who says welcome back. I know of phone booths, but have never used one.
Ah.
All of which will take us up to the guesses.
It will.
Entosferatu says, my guess for what Colin would have used is decidedly wood chipper. That's WOODCHPR.
You credit me with too much genius, because that is a genius guess.
Which does somewhat put paid to Helen's concept, which is that everyone is going to get arbitrary points this week. I'm going to go with phone booth for what you used, and Fargo for what you would have used. Dunkel also goes with Fargo. M has a hypothetical guess of Fargo. These guesses do sound plausible.
Yes.
I feel like, though, we can only give the arbitrary point to Helen.
I thought you were going to say Entosferatu.
No.
For genius.
Given that the file name was, in fact, Funbu.
We're going to have some protest letters now. But
I mean,
yes.
The points are arbitrary.
They are.
We can... There is an actual file name for this week.
There is an actual file name for this week. I did remember to go through the whole process of giving this a file name, even though I don't ever use it in any of my editing. But it does have a file name.
And it's definitely not entirely obvious from the title of the film. Nope.
Particular set of skills.
I'm going to have a time fitting that into 8 characters.
Yes.
So yes, if you want to send in a file name guess, or a film suggestion, or comments on anything that we've talked about on this podcast, there's links in the show notes, or you're on YouTube and you can just comment there.
I think, not that I've listened to it in a very long time, I think you do mention them in the closing credits. Maybe.
Yeah.
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 You'll find us.
Yeah.
And when you do, you'll kill us.
I hope not.
Oh. Okay. No.
Still got a long way to go on that submission, and I'd like to get it in before I die.
Okay, well, we shall move on then.
Pick a film for next week so we can go to bed.
And it's your turn.
It's been a couple of months, and I need to make sure that this plan still works.
You're not going to know by the plot synopsis, because I think they've all got the same plot synopsis, haven't they? All right, that's unfair. Which one are we up to, Thomas? Come on.
We are up to The film that is simply titled Fast Five.
We definitely haven't seen that one.
No.
No. Gee, I wonder what the file name's going to be for that one.
So hard to say.
Yeah. Oh well. So we're watching Fast 5 next week.
Yeah.
We're continuing our ongoing mission to seek out strange new cars and then drive them very fast.
Would you like to hear some sentences?
Please, give us some sentences.
Former cop Brian O'Connor, former again,
Uh-huh.
partners with ex-con Dom Toretto on the opposite side of the law. Since Brian and Mia Toretto broke Dom out of custody, they've blown across many borders to elude authorities.
Are they in Canada?
Now backed into a corner in Rio de Janeiro,
Oh,
they must pull one last job in order to gain their freedom.
one last job.
One last job.
Finally.
After which we will be halfway through the series.
Next week. Was there any more in that plot synopsis?
Nope, that's it.
Next week, we're heading to Rio de Janeiro with Fast 5. We hope that you can join us, but until then, we'll catch you next time.
Bye.
You have been listening to Cellulose Free. Your hosts were Colin, who produces and edits the show, and Thomas, who makes the artwork and music. Cellulose Free is recorded in the Deranged Cat Studios in scenic Tasmania, Australia. We keep track of our extensive physical media collection through My Movies, which we highly recommend. You can find links to that, as well as other places you can find us in the show notes. Cellulose Free is a Hi Hello production.
How fast is Fast 5?
Yeah, how fast is it?
It's 2 hours and 11 minutes
Oh, good
fast.
grief, that's not fast.
No, it's not.
That was one blessing of the film you just watched. It
Yeah.
was only an hour and a half long.
It's still too long.
It was too long.
Still too long.
Speaking of too long, if I stop now, we'll be under 35 minutes, and yeah, editing will be sweet. So I'm stopping.
We'll go on then.
Okay, I'm doing it. No, you've never done it. You hit the stop button. No, not that one.